success rate of my job is based on people's opinion.
Why did you stop music for a bit?
I was just burnt out and I was just like confused, you know.
Did you ever feel down?
What is my life? What the fuck is this? I also felt like I was older than I was.
Who dragged you out of it, truthfully?
Yo people, it's Aitch, and right now I'm in great company.
Aitch.
Right now in the building, I've got with me Aitch.
Your fan base is quite far and wide.
It's all over the place. I am one of, if not the only one in the UK that has a stretch that far.
Your favourite lyric you've ever written?
Oh, bro, you've smoked me there.
Talked about your sister.
Bad man, legend, the GOAT. I wouldn't even be half the person I am if she wasn't here. And she actually teaches you lessons that you don't even realise till after. She always used to grab my face like this before I used to go to bed and just go, Harrison, don't be afraid.
What did that teach you as a human, as a man, as a brother?
Wow.
What was it like climbing Kilimanjaro?
Cried my eyes out like a bitch. I remember saying to Gracie before we went, like we're going to do the mountain and that, and she kind of understood. It was quite like emotional. It was like a film, like think about your sister. And I'm going, yeah, I will. And about 3 seconds after I went, she's not even fucking asked. She's not even bothered, man. Get me home, man. Yo people, it's Aitch, and right now I'm in great company.
I remember when I was younger, I had this weird habit of like hiding things in cupboards. It's weird. And I actually did this twice. Once, well, I had a Spider-Man outfit once, and my brother had a Batman outfit, and anyway, we were playing like hide and seek in the house, and I went round the corner, and he jumped out and went Batman. Scared me so much, I shat myself. So then I went and hid that in a cupboard because I was so embarrassed about it. And the same thing happened when I drank when I was young, and I drank for I don't know what time, and I threw up in the bed, and I was so embarrassed I hid it in my friend's cupboard.
Oh my God.
And a week later, his mum found it.
Yeah, that's bad.
Something embarrassing about that.
Have you ever done that one where
What?
this has all gone left, this podcast?
Yeah.
Have you ever done that one where you're vomiting
Yeah.
and you're shitting yourself and you don't know whether to put your head in the toilet or your ass in the toilet, and either way something's going to go on the floor? I've definitely been a victim of that, bro. And I was just 360 shitting and sicking everywhere because I didn't know where to put my head. That was a bad one.
My favourite things you say when you say fluffy.
Fluffy, yeah. Fucking hell. Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what I feel like? Yeah, I feel like no one ever mimicked the Manc accent until I came about. That's what I genuinely feel like that from the bottom of my heart. So I've ruined it all for us all, haven't I? But
Talk to me about growing up.
Yeah.
What was it like?
it was mega. It was just like a proper stereotypical North Manchester like upbringing, innit? Like we was outside, I was on my pedal bike 17 hours a day, all over the place. You know, you get them little calls about 9 o'clock. Harrison, you dinner, you better come in this house now. You know what I mean? All that stuff. It was good, man. It was amazing. You'd go get on your bike, you'd go get lost on the other side of Manchester, find your way home. All that stuff, you know what I mean?
Those adventures, man.
Yeah, adventures and that, and just like being buzzing when you say, I've got £2.50, he's got £2.50, but our kids come out with a £5, oh, we're nice today. Do you know what I mean? Just little things like that. Like, things have also changed now. Like, you don't really see kids. When I go to my area now, I don't see like big groups or gangs of kids like stood outside the shop like back in the day for some reason. I feel like it's very more enclosed now. Or like, for example, like my little sister, she's 15 now. Mm-hmm. She doesn't go out or do half the things that I used to do. And that's not because like I've been keeping her in an headlock or anything like that. It's just like...
It's different.
It's different.
Do you think that makes it... Does that make it better or worse?
We was having adventures, and it was like you actually learn people skills and stuff like that, and like how to, I don't know, just how to deal with people and just be around certain things, and also just being aware. Like, I feel like kids now, not every kid obviously, but certain kids now, like, we would say when we was kids, it's part and parcel to go and stop at the pavement, look left, look right, and then cross the road, innit? Like, if a kid has grew up now, gets dropped off at the school gate every day, comes back home and don't go outside, they're going to be this sounds so stupid. They're going to be locked in on the phone while they're in the car, so they're not even looking outside. I know this sounds so stupid to say,
right, though.
but it's real. They're just going to be running across the road left, right, and centre, not even knowing what's going on.
It's so funny you say that because I was thinking back when I was younger the other day. This is so weird. I was thinking about that saying, "Stop, look, listen, live."
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Exactly. Yeah,
when we used to cross the road, that's what we were taught in school.
Yeah.
But you have to stop, look, listen, live.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think kids are taught about that anymore because they're in their phone. They're dropped out of school. They're just sort of
exactly. And also, and even when we did get taught that, at the time we did get taught that, we probably sat there going, "I know I'm not fucking stupid. I crossed the road 10 times today." Do you get what I mean? Yeah. Whereas now, if a kid heard that, they'd be like, "Oh, okay, right, yeah, stop, look, da da da." It's like, are you mad? I'm coming across the road on my back wheel on the bike because I know the road left, right, like the back of my hand. You know what I mean? But I feel like kids now. Don't get me wrong, not all kids. Don't get it twisted. But like, I feel like it's a lot different now. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Talked about your sister.
Bad man, legend, the GOAT. Yeah, like. She's like, she really is like the star of the show. Like in terms of if you go to my mum's house now, people will be there now just to see Gracie. Like my friends, like people don't come see me at my mum's, they go see her. They've actually just got some new neighbours, my mum and dad. They've been there for like a couple of days, and my sister has been over there for dinner like all week because they can't let her go. She's a legend.
What's your age gap?
10 years.
Is it?
She's a twin, my sister.
Is she?
Yeah, she's a twin. So I remember dead clearly. I must have been about 10 years old. I remember I was eating a ham sandwich in the living room, and my mum and dad came up to me and said, "You're gonna have a brother or a sister," and I was fucking crying my eyes out, fuming, thinking, "Not a chance. You've done me like this." Anyway, got over it. And then I remember going, I think I was off school or something, I can't remember, but I remember I had to go to the hospital with my mum to get a scan, when she was getting a scan. And I remember the nurse saying to her, "Oh, there's 2 in there." I remember my mum going like this. And this. I remember my mum lay on the bed like this, belly out here, massive, yeah. And I remember just going like this. I thought that was good. And then, obviously, they came and it was Hattie. Hattie was first. Hattie's, if you're a super fan, you would have seen Hattie, but I don't really like to put her everywhere. You know what I mean? And Gracie, yeah, and that's my best mates. Them 2 right there.
Does Gracie ever perform?
Yeah, she actually she came on stage with me once. I didn't even know actually. It was actually pretty cute, to be fair. I was on stage in Manchester doing my G, and whatever, I'm getting the crowd going, everyone's waving, and obviously there's a spotlight on me, and as I'm waving like this, I've like felt the spotlight come off me. You know what I mean? I'm waving like this, I'm thinking, "Where's my light? Put the light on me, please." And then ended up like breaking and thinking, "What the fuck?" I'm looking and I looked, and Gracie was walking on the stage.
Oh man.
And it was sick. And then she was just whatever, dancing, singing it and all that. But yeah, she loves it. She's like, but even like little things, I think when they go out sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes like people will see her and ask her for a picture.
Really?
Yeah, but she loves it though. She like come home like looking all like that. I think I know what's going on in your relationship like that.
Gracie has Down syndrome, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What, being so protective over her, like, what did that teach you as a human, as a man, as a brother?
Wow, loads. Where do we even start? It taught me. First of all, it taught me like to. This also sounds quite bad, but it taught me to, It taught me more to treat everyone the same and to understand that everyone's a fucking human, bottom line. And it's funny how much of a proper conversation you can have with my sister. Like, you could do a podcast with my sister now.
Really?
And it'd probably be the best one. Do you know what I mean? And it's funny how, like, I don't know, so many things. I've learned so many things off her. I wouldn't even be half the person I am if she wasn't here.
Really?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, 100%. She's taught me so many things. And, like, it's just like, what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but, like, when I do this, like, raising awareness thing, it's not to, like, make
That was going up Kilimanjaro, right?
Yeah. But like, it's not like. I hope people don't think. I actually seen a comedian speak about Down syndrome, so I'm gonna take his thing, and he was like, he said something like, "Oh yeah, when I tell people my brother's got Down syndrome, they're all like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that," and he's like, "Are you fucking mad? He's got the best. He's living his best life. His joke is he just fucking sit there and drink Capri Suns all day." That's what he was saying. It was pretty funny, but like,
I know what you mean. Yeah,
but like, it's not nothing to be fucking. Like upset about, like
about,
if anything, it's made life better. That my house is that house. You know, if you open my mum's door, it's got 64 pairs of trainers on. You know, in the door because everyone's there. There's music on. She's singing. She's doing what she's doing. Like it's just a big bright light in the house that definitely wouldn't be there if she wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? And she actually teaches you lessons that you don't even realise till after. Every time I used to go to bed, she used to always grab my face. This is random. No one's told us to do this. She always used to grab my face like this before I used to go to bed and just go, "Harrison, don't be afraid." Yeah? And I used to just laugh at it at first. But then she started doing it all the time. I started thinking, yeah, like, because in the grand scheme of things, it's like you'd think a person would say, look at me, you, all these people in the room, and then Gracie, and feel like maybe like
she needs to be afraid.
She's the one that needs to be afraid more than anyone else, innit? Do you get what I mean?
100%.
And it's just not the case. Like, she's just absolutely living her best life. Whatever anyone else has got going on around her, she's going to be sweet anyway. And I started taking that, and it's funny how like every time she says it now, I feel like I could walk outside and take on the Hulk, you know what I mean? And it's mad. And even when we was doing the mountain, when we was doing Kilimanjaro, that was like, we've got it on camera. The weirdest thing ever is on the night we was meant to summit, the guy who, like our guy who was leading us, he was stood there. He didn't know that Gracie says this, that don't be afraid or anything. And he was sat there and he said, one thing today, guys. He was from Leeds or something at Sheffield. He said, don't be afraid. And it was weird. And like, obviously me, V, or a couple of my people
I got goosebumps
who we know, like Gracie says that, we all went and looked at each other like, what the fuck? Like, it's weird, bro. Like, but yeah, don't be afraid. And I got it tattooed on me. I got it tattooed there. And I just feel like it's just such a simple sentence in it, but like it just hits.
Does it make you emotional speaking about
her? No, because I also know how much of a little shit she is, actually. So no, but maybe it did at first. Do you know why? Do you know why it doesn't make me emotional? This is what I'm saying. This is my point, because there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing. No, it's fine.
It's just what I meant by that is I see like. It's like for people who are listening, there's like the raw love, in like your 100%. Eyes. And when you're saying it's taught you so much, you're almost trying to express to someone who doesn't understand how much you'll never know how much it can teach you.
Yeah. And I also want to say that for people who say there's a couple right now and they're about to have a kid and they find out the kid's got Down syndrome, please don't think that it's the fucking end of the world or like shit, like life's over, or it's not. You're actually gonna have the best time of your life, like I promise you. I'm saying, and remember this. Please remember this. I don't get paid to say this, or like I don't give a fuck. Also, on some selfish shit, my sister's good. I don't need to care about anyone else, so I don't even need to say these things. Do you get what I mean? Like, if I like take this with a pinch of salt, if anything, fuck everyone else. My sister's sweet.
Yeah,
that's all I should care about, really.
100%.
But I'm saying this to say like, nah, it's lit. And also, that's what she taught me, even like just being ignorant to certain things. This isn't even a joke. I feel like people are going to laugh when I say this. I didn't even know what Down syndrome was until my sister was born. Yeah. I started knowing about it. And then I felt like every time I got in the car after, I seen 10 Downs people a day. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It was weird. But she taught me, like, without even knowing she taught me this, not to be so ignorant.
Can I just ask, for someone who doesn't know, what is Down syndrome?
Basically, it's just as simple as, I'll show you a tattoo here. See, I got the 21 tattoo there. With a love heart. Yeah. So basically, they have an extra 21 or 21st chromosome.
Makes sense.
Basically, that's
what it is.
That's just what it is, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So they're actually one up on us, so we can't, what you're talking about, innit? You know what I mean? It's 1-0 to them lot. You know what I mean? They're winning.
Why did you stop music for a bit?
Bro, to be honest, bro, because it was
the honest thing. Why? Because
obviously I started rapping at 15. I was just putting in work from 15 to do it. Blew up when I was 18. And then when I blew up, I had to go twice as hard. And then, bro, I was doing it 365 days a year till I was about 21. And then I just stopped. I don't know, a lot was too much. And then back to them things are like, oh, there's so many things I could say right now.
Yeah, but say it, man, because
Like-
I get it. It's that burnout period.
Yeah, burnt out, probably like losing friends because I've spent so much time trying to get to where I need to be. Do you know what I mean? People's lives change and all that. You don't know how people feel about you in real life because then you start tripping thinking, oh, have I been too bothered about what these millions of randomers are saying about me and not about what the people I care, you know what I mean? Things like that. Just being in the limelight and then realising that at the time, like I've not lived like from being 17 to 21, it's like prime time period, innit? For whatever. So, and I never lived that. Do you know what I mean?
Mine wasn't compared to yours, right? Like I did a reality show, right? And I started at 22, 23, so 24, 25, 26, 4-year period again, same as you. And I remember when I got to 27, and I had experienced whatever I experienced, right? I remember at 27, I was sitting in my apartment, and I remember thinking, I don't have anyone to phone. I have no one to phone. I've rejected all of my old mates.
Yeah.
My new mates aren't really my new mates. They're just from
Yeah.
people I've met out clubbing.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to my family in like a month.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing?
It gets real, bro. It gets
Yeah.
real. Honestly, this topic could be like an endless conversation for me.
Yeah, but let's go down it
Do you
because
know what I
I
mean?
find it interesting. What did it do to you mentally? What were you feeling at
I
that
was
time?
just a bit like, I was just burnt out and I was just like confused, I was confused is a pretty good word. I was like, right, this sounds mad deep. I'm not even a deep guy, but I think I was sat there thinking like, right, what is my life? What the fuck is this? I also felt like I was older than I was because I'd done so much. So like, I'm like turning 20 thinking, I need to find someone to settle down with, but then, but does everyone just want me because I am who I am? And then that sparks a whole nother thing. Do you get what I mean? And then like, oh, bro, bare things. And then,
Did you ever feel down?
yeah, quite a lot at a certain period. It's also funny how like, do you know if you live not a sheltered life, but what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, if you come up and you've got say you've got 6 friends and your mum, dad, and your brother or whatever like that, and you go to work and you've got your 2 favorite workmates and that's it, and they're the only people you kind of socialize with. You don't if they're good people, you don't really know or sense any negativity because it's not really around you. You don't put yourself in that position. But then you get flung into a thing where
So much.
my job is based off people's opinions. Do you get what I mean? So I'm sat there thinking, I'm like all confused thinking, right, why is everyone a prick? Do you get what I mean? Because I'm getting 20,000 comments that say, you are the truth, you are amazing, I love you. But then you get 3 comments that's like, shit. And you can't help but focus on them. Do you get what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
It's hard having a job where the success rate of my job is based on people's opinion, but I'm a person personally who doesn't give a fuck about people's opinion.
Yeah, but deep down there's the party that can't help that.
Yeah. But then on the flip side, get on this one here. On the flip side, then I'm thinking, sometimes when I drop a song and I'm getting all this love, yeah, I have the best couple of weeks in my life. Like I feel like Superman.
Yeah.
And then say I don't drop for a month, I start getting all sad, and then I start sending myself word about it because I think, are you trying to live off attention? Do you get what I mean? Like, are you just thriving off this attention? And if you don't get any attention, then you're not happy. Do you get what I mean?
Man, I know.
Funny one.
I think so many people, like in life, in general, and like, especially in the entertainment industry, feel that massively. And the more, and the last couple of days thinking about you coming on, the more I've been thinking about the sort of music industry in itself, and what music industry used to be It's so different to what it is now, right?
Massively.
And like music sort of had this thing where it sort of stood the test of time, and people were listening to albums for months and weeks and years after it was released,
Yeah.
and it was and now music is so instant. And what I was thinking about is like suddenly just like had this moment where I was like, shit, it's actually so tough. Where so like someone like take yourself for example, you release an amazing track, it fucking booms, it goes for it, it goes wild. Their fans are like, well, we need something more now. We need more. We need more. We need more. And it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop.
I think that's I think a lot of the time artists and music people sit there and blame the people for that. Yeah. But I think it's a bit of a 50-50 blame. I feel like artists and that we've become too accessible and too like but also because not because for any other reason other than because you feel like you have to. Because you might get advised off the label. We need to do some personality TikToks. It's like, yeah, but I'm a rapper. I'm not a fucking social media influencer. Do you know what I mean? It kind of takes the fun out of it and the love for it out a little bit.
And that's what happened to you.
Yeah, a little bit. I was just like, no. To be fair, no, that was a bit separate really because the game wasn't really like that when I took a break. It was more, there was just so much going on and all that. But like, I'm talking like nowadays, like it is very different. It is very different. And even like, it's like you've got to get everything else sorted before the actual music now. Whereas like a couple of years ago, you could rely on good music will prevail.
Yeah. And
So,
that's
like,
different now.
I think that's different now.
Like, why? Explain that to me.
Because I think you need a lot more than just a good tune for it to be overly successful.
In every genre of music or in yours particularly?
I think particularly mine.
I think you're right with that. Like, especially being a rapper, you have to kind of hold your own.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you start looking left and right, what people are saying or people are doing...
I also do think, no, it just depends on what kind of message you want to get across. Like, if I came out here now and, like, people came around the corner and started filming me, like, whatever, trying to bully me or, like, battering me, you're not really going to get no street points in it, like...
Explain that to me, what do you mean?
So, like, if I was a rapper and I'm, in every song I'm saying, yeah, you know, I always keep the gun tucked, or or like, fuck the ops, or like, no one can chat to me,
Yeah.
and then I went outside there and just got bullied.
You're not standing up
Then
to
it's
it.
like, what you chatting shit for, innit? But I've never said nothing other than, well, whatever I say, innit? But like, so yeah, so I don't personally feel pressure to like keep up a certain persona or anything like that. No.
But also, and we're going to try and dance around this. We don't have to talk about it. We're going to dance around it. But you've had beefs in music and you've said things like that. And
Yeah, of course.
And you've held your own in that place. And it feels like from my side when I always listen, because, man, you know, your music's freaking great, dude.
Respect.
Like, man, 100%. And like, everyone was so excited for you to come in because
you.
I think your fan base is like quite far and wide.
Yeah, it's all over
It's
the place.
all over the place.
Yeah. It's all over.
But you aren't afraid to say what you want.
Nah, because...
And where does that come from? Because that's brave.
That's like, I reckon that's a mixture of like, well, just rap in general. I'm just a rap fan. And the rap that I know, that's what it is. You say what you want and you don't let no one take the piss. You know what I mean? But then also that's probably mixed in with some like straight up like northern shit. Like, don't take no shit. In terms of like rap beefs and all that, there's also something a little bit playful about it at the same time. Like, I would like to think no one's really got a mad problem. It's more just like, yeah, you tried it.
When you're that young and you're going through something like that, you're 21 years old and, man, everything's thrown at you and you're feeling burnt out and your brain's going crazy and you feel like this and that. How do you even talk about that? What are you feeling? How are you expressing it?
I don't really know. Do you know why it was hard? Yeah, because it's hard to talk to someone that's not in your shoes about something, innit? And like, I felt like a bit of an outsider when it comes to the scene or like looking for someone who's like in similar shoes to talk to, because everyone's from London, I'm from Manchester. At the time, I'm not actually friends with anyone. Everyone's just colleagues. Like I didn't feel like I could message anyone on some normal shit without him saying, let's get in the studio. Or like, what, do you know what I mean? So I don't know. And also around COVID was around that time as well. So I'm not going to put the whole blame on that. It was like, everything's going, whoa, 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 up, 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 up. It's all crazy. And then COVID hits and then you sort of like back to reality kind of thing. There's a lot that goes into it really. But
And I know we could sit here for another 5 hours and we wouldn't even get to the bottom of it.
we wouldn't even get to the bottom
We
of
wouldn't
it.
even touch the sides. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, 100%. But I think the main thing is that this goes with everything, but sometimes your head just does overtime, especially to something that you kind of like, I can't think of a better word, but you're smothered with, I was just smothered with music and fame and money and these friends are, are they even friends or da-da-da-da-da. And then it's like, even in terms of like, you might want to speak to your mum or dad about it, but your mum and dad are only going to give you kind of like a certain level of response because your mum and dad don't know nothing about not being able to go Sainsbury's without certain things, you know what I mean?
Who dragged you out of it?
I think myself.
Really?
I just needed time. It weren't even a thing of like...
But he's just young, 21, to have the self-awareness to do that.
Yeah, I think it was just like... It weren't like no bottomless pit that I had to like really climb out of. It was just like, right, forget about all that for a minute. Just be normal for a minute. Go...
Ride a bike.
I mean? Yeah, go ride... Exactly. Go ride a bike. Go on holiday. Do all this, do it. Because even... I probably went to however many countries before all that. And I was there for a day. Got drunk. Don't even remember what the place looked like. And then went to the next place. You know what I mean? So I just needed to just cool off a minute and actually get some inspiration. I think I literally said everything on the mic that I had to say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had to just go away, get some inspiration, live some normal life. Also meet new people because you can't be inspired with the same thing. You can't be inspired with the same thing all the time.
Did this inform what you wrote, in the new album?
The new album's a bit different. New album's a bit more kind of finding the balance of actually like this new school vibe of like people having a much shorter attention span and not really having the patience or the want to like try and listen to a song. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But then also still being me. Not going all the way new school. I've still got bars on there. I've still got heavy rap songs on there that are gonna slap. Finding that balance, and also I made this project mainly for a live show.
Really?
I feel like you listen to this project. If you listen to it on a streaming app, you get 50% of the feeling, and then you're gonna have to get the other 50% by coming and watching it. Do you know what I mean? That's the vibe of this one.
That's also great marketing.
Do you know what? Yeah, my first album, Close to Home, was a lot more like you get to know me. Like you get a different side of me, personal things. I had like the My G record on there.
Man,
I had, you know what I mean? Like couple things what people didn't know about before. Whereas now, that was like, hello, this is it. This is really H. Not like the little kid who you think's just out all the time drinking, all this. That was Close to Home. It's like, this is H, really. This is Harrison. 4 is like, don't you fucking dare forget who the fuck I am. You little bastard. That's what that is.
Why is it called 4?
4, it's called 4 originally because my postcode was M40. And when we was kids, we always used to say, like, I'm in the 4, or in pictures, we always used to put 4s up like this. So it's just always been a thing. It's my 4th project. I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to sit here lying about it. It was meant to drop on the 4th of the 4th. But that didn't happen.
Let's go.
Yeah. So,
does it feel good to be back?
Yeah.
But it's tough again, right? You.
Do you know what? It feels good. Do you know what it is, right? I left from 2022, like after my first album, after Close to Home, I think I left it on a certain note, which was a good note and a bad note, but I left it, my singles was like the Ashanti song, Ed Sheeran song, Stone Roses sample, 1989. I left it on a bit of a, even though I did nothing but rap, I left it on a bit of a mainstream note. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of like, that's the last thing you heard of me, then it went missing. So I feel like unfortunately, I give people time to forget the reason I'm actually here, which is because I'm a good fucking rapper.
I think that's your own insecurity. I really do.
It might be.
I think it is.
It might be.
I think that's your own insecurity. If I'm being honest, I don't think people forget. I think people know that you fight. I think that's you judging yourself.
You know what it is? Back to the things of you highlight the negatives all the time. I'll see 1 or 2 comments that might say, H fell off or H went pop. It does me fucking head in. I'll just be honest with you, it does me head in. Because I'm thinking, like, first of all, whether I'm on a song with Giggs or whether I'm on a song with Anne-Marie, I do nothing but rap anyway. I've got bars on every song. Listen. Do you know what I mean? But I do get the vibe of, like, people want that raw shit. But then also, it's not just the raw shit that's put me in this position today. It's also funny, like, feeling like you've got to cater to the fans, but also I need to pay my fucking mortgage. But then also, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, you got to find that balance. And then again, back to my fan base, if I walk through the airport tomorrow, there'll be a 10-year-old girl coming up to me asking me for a picture. There'll be 16-year-old lads. There'll be a 45-year-old woman. Do you get what I mean?
I know, it's wide.
It's all over the place. And I kind of like that. I feel like I am one of, if not the only one in the UK that kind of has a stretch that far. When I say that, I know that everyone's got fans all over the place.
No, but I agree.
I've really got thousands of 50-year-old fans and thousands of 10-year-old fans.
Yeah, it's insane.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
What was it like climbing Kilimanjaro?
Oh, it was the best thing ever. It was the best, worst thing ever, though.
How bad was it?
Oh, mate. I had the same boxers and socks on for 7 days, yeah? Do you want I'll give you some raw stuff first.
Go on, give it to me.
I had the same boxers and socks on for 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to shit in a tent that was about 5 foot high and about a foot wide, yeah?
Yeah.
Where I'm sat having a shit, and then when I've got to stand up to wipe my ass, my nose, like, hits the tent like that, you know what I mean? Like, it was weird. And then, but it was good. Obviously, there were so many amazing things about it. First of all, obviously, the cause we was doing it for in the first place was amazing. The fact that we was there with a few strangers but they was there for the same reason. So it was it was a nice feeling. I was also like, before I went there, I was on some like losing faith in humanity shit because like, don't know, because everyone's weird and that. But then
In life.
yeah. But when I got there, it was like, oh no, everything's fine.
I had that after my run.
Yeah, it's funny, innit?
You realise how great humans are.
I also feel like separately, like everything is in worlds. Like there's more than one world within this world, if that makes sense. So like, because I feel like everyone's a prick, but now that's just because of the world I've put myself in. But go over here to this world and
You
everyone's
experience so much.
amazing. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And we get so stuck in our own bubbles that we think in our bubble everyone's thinking, feeling, doing exactly the same, and oh my god, this. Then you go somewhere else and you go, man, they're freaking living life here.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And we've all. I don't even want to sound like some deep spiritual shit, because I'm definitely not. You can probably tell by all the previous things we said in this interview, I'm not that guy. But everyone felt like family. It was mad. It was an amazing feeling. Like we was all backing each other. We didn't let no one fall back. It was amazing. But there was some scary moments. Like my friend, the nurse had to come and put an oxygen tank on him.
Oh my god.
She didn't let him go any further because the altitude was too much. His head was about to pop off.
Is it hard, the altitude?
Oh, it's horrible.
Give it to me.
horrible, bro.
Explain what it feels like.
It's like, it's
Can you breathe?
nah. It's like your chest only lets you go to a certain point. So you kind of like walking up the mountain, like
Wow.
Do you know what I
Struggling
mean?
because it's steep.
yeah, and obviously you're out of breath anyway because you're climbing, and then it's a weird one. It's a weird one. They actually say that smokers tend to get to the top more so than people who don't smoke. It's not a fitness thing. You can't train for it. It's about your lung capacity.
Wow.
So because smokers are already used to
Nailing their lungs.
yeah, basically working at a reduced rate. That's what they say. Your lungs are used to working at a reduced rate. Smokers tend to get to the top more
That's why
so
you
than
ran
fit
up.
people. I legged it, mate. Done backflips all the way up. But yeah, no, but it was an amazing experience, bro. And
Man,
like,
good on you, dude.
yeah, for multiple reasons. For the cause we've done it for, personally, just to experience that. And like,
I want to do it.
little things like, it taught me little things like, I will never, ever ever in my life be ungrateful or, well, yeah, ungrateful. Again, when we got to the end of that trip, yeah, there was a man who he was carrying all our water, and we all got advised to drink 3 litres of water a day, right? And there was, I can't remember the number, mate. I thought I said maybe 16 of us or something like that. So he's filling 16 3-litre cups up a day, carrying this big thing of water, yeah, on his head, yeah. And then he fills up the water at the camp, then we all start ascending, and then what he does, he runs down, goes and gets more water,
Get out of here.
comes back up, meets us at the camp, but the next camp, by the time we get there, fills it all up. Anyway, at the end of the trip, everyone got paid, and he got paid $40, yeah? 40 USD he got paid, yeah? For doing that, for going up and down the mountain however many times with what is it, like
So much
50 odd litres of water, yeah?
So much weight.
And he got $40. And you know what happened? He got paid, and I've never seen a bigger smile in my life. Yeah. And bearing in mind, it's not like things don't actually change over there. Like, it's not like 4p for a bottle of Coke. It's still like £1.20 for a glass bottle of $1.20 for a glass bottle of Coke. So like,
What do you buy? Yeah, what do you
exactly.
what do you
And he had the
buy?
biggest smile on his face ever. So like,
It makes you reevaluate humans, right?
Oh, bro, you know what? Another topic. You know, like English people. Like stereotypically, like think they're dead hard and all that. Yeah, I've realised like we're not. We're small boys. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like English people proper like live off the fact that we won the war that long ago, and like. Because we was on the bully thing back then, like we're still the same now. We would get battered off everyone, trust me. We are not them guys. I'm watching man fly up that mountain like there's no tomorrow, not even breaking a sweat. And then I come here and man are sweating when they walk to the chipper. Do you know what I mean? Fuck off. It gets me mad stuff like that, you know.
You did it with your dad.
Yeah, I did it with my dad.
Was it amazing?
Oh, unreal.
Made you closer?
Yeah, it did. Do you know what? Me and my dad are close anyway, to be fair, but it definitely made us closer. And like,
Any big conversations?
it also, I could tell that he didn't want to give up because I was there, and I didn't want to give up because he was there. Do you know what I mean? And we was both like pushing each other quite a lot. Conversation wise, it's all a bit of a blur. But I remember saying to Gracie before we went, like we're going to do the mountain and that, and she kind of understood. She understood that we was going to climb a mountain to raise awareness for Down syndrome. She fully understands that. That's fine. But like the intensity of the mountain, she doesn't. She shouldn't get that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so like really and truly, it was just like, yeah, we're gonna go do this mountain thing, and she was like, oh yeah, mint. That's it. Right? Cool. That's it. And then I remember we was on the last night, we was getting to the top, and I was so tired, and I'm literally like falling asleep, walking like I'm all over the place, and I'm a bit dizzy anyway. And I remember my dad pushing my back, like pushing me up there, going, "Come on, son, now think about your sister." Yeah. And it was quite like emotional. It was like a film. Like, think about your sister. It was all snowy on the mountain, and I'm going, yeah, I will. Put my foot down, started going again. And about 3 seconds after I went, she's not even fucking asked. Do you know what I mean? Get me home. That's what I thought, yo. I thought, she's not even bothered, man. Get me home, man. Honestly, bro. But we got to the top in the end anyway.
Fuck, let's go, bro.
But yeah, no, it was absolutely unreal, and I would definitely recommend it, 100%.
Do you ever get in trouble as a kid?
Not like serious trouble, not like police trouble. Never been arrested or anything like that. I was always like the guy. I was like, what's the word? There's a certain word for it.
The ringleader?
No, I was not the ringleader. I was just always the cool guy. Like, I was around maybe the people that was getting in trouble, but always got away with murder, basically.
So you were the one who got away with it?
I was the one that got away with it, yeah, 100%. But, like, it weren't like, I don't know how to explain it. When I say, like, trouble, I'm talking, like, I don't like saying this because I don't like influencing bad things, but, you know, like little things, winter time, go sit in the bush, let a couple of cars come past, snowballs, all that stuff. Try and find a
That's fine.
Try and find the biggest guy ever, throw one at him, get a chase off him, all that, you know what I mean?
Is that what you would-
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we used to try and find the biggest, scariest man ever, go lace loads of snowballs at him, then run for our life. Yeah.
Have you ever been in a fight?
Yeah.
Have you? What happened?
I've not had a fight for probably like, since I was probably 20 though. I've not had a fight for years.
What happened in it?
In just one?
Yeah.
There's been a couple, I don't know, there's been a couple. I've never lost a fight though.
Have you not?
No. I'm not saying that on a cocky one. I'll come out here and get knocked out in a minute.
Yeah,
won't I?
you know.
But no, I've been quite successful. I'll tell you one story about a fight that I had actually, which is funny. I've got a rap about it actually, which came out years ago. But one time I was walking down Market Street in Manchester,
Yeah.
and I remember I begged my mum to get me a Canada Goose coat. Yeah, she never got me one.
Yeah.
For time, she never got me one.
Yeah.
And then one birthday, I remember coming down, and there weren't as many presents as usual. Not on an ungrateful
I know, yeah, you
thing,
do.
but
As a kid, you count them.
I
You
remember
see them.
thinking, that weren't as many as last year, that. But when I opened one of them, the Canada Goose coat was there, you know what I mean? So I was like, yes, sweet, buzzing. And I remember...
What colour was it?
It was like khaki green. It was fire. It was fire.
Long, short?
Short. But then, side story, about 2 days after, I was at a party and it got a sig burn hole in the back of it. And what I done is, I got a Sharpie.
Yeah.
Because when the hole burned, you could see the white, like, you could see, like, the material inside.
Yeah.
And I got a Sharpie and tried colouring it in.
Did it work?
No. But anyway... So I was walking down Market Street with my new Canada Goose on. And anyway, couple guys came over to me and was like, yo, you're that Callum, innit? I remember it dead clear. You're Callum. I'm not called Callum, by the way.
Yeah.
You're Callum, innit? And I'm going, nah, bro. He's going, yeah, you are. You're Callum from, I can't remember. I think he said something like Charlton, which is another area in Manchester. And I'm like, nah, bro, you got the wrong guy. And I remember at the time when everyone was heavy on Facebook, I got my Facebook out. I was like, bro, look, I'm not Callum, bro. I'm Harrison. What are you talking about? Anyway, we've ended up going down. There's like an alleyway on Market Street in between like a bank and something else, whatever. We've ended up going down there and they're going, I can't remember what they're saying, something about this Callum guy, but basically that was their way
To get you down there.
to get me down there. Anyway, next minute, they pull in my bag. I used to have this Armani man bag that I used to love, yeah? That probably had sigils in it as well, but whatever. And then my Canada Goose jacket, and they pull in all my shit going, yo, take the jacket off. I'm thinking, not the fucking Canada Goose. Thinking, you could have took anything off me today apart from this. I was with my cousin, but my cousin kind of just went and just froze. I'm thinking, fuck's sake, bro, like, not the Canada Goose. Anyway, long story short,
Canada Goose.
there was about 4 or 5 of them. This guy was pulling me. One of them was like watching the other end of the alleyway, making sure no one come down.
Yeah.
And the other couple of them was just stood around my cousin. I was thinking, fuck. I've ended up knocking him out, yeah, and then everyone froze. So then I'm like this, and I'm stood there, and then I've turned into a madman because I'm thinking, you took the piss, you got me, you thinking you can get my coat, like you're not going to get knocked out. But now, yeah, but now it's peak because now the fear's hit now because I'm thinking something's actually happened now.
Yeah. You've done this.
So I'm on my madman thing now. I'm going, what? Yeah, fucking take my fucking coat. Like I was dead hard. Next minute, turn round. The guy from the other end of the alleyway has just come, Bruce Lee flying kicked me into the wall. And that's when reality hit. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm gone. Grabbed my cousin, flung him down the alleyway and just started legging it. Sweet. This is only the start of the story.
I can't wait.
I've still got the scar there. All my hand was split open, and there was a trail of blood from. If you're from Manchester, you'll know from Market Street to Ancoats. I ran all the way to Ancoats, and there was a trail of my blood all the way. I'm thinking I've been stabbed, but I didn't get stabbed. It was just his teeth or something. So anyway, cool. So that was that. Anyway, the story I'm about to tell you about is this other fight that I've had with this same guy.
Shut
Yeah,
up,
with the same guy.
It's not the same guy.
On my sister's life, may God strike me down if I'm lying on anything I say in this podcast now.
Was he like, it's Callum again?
Yeah. No, so what happened was, I was with my friends in town, but I am now Aitch now at this point.
Got it, okay.
I wasn't Aitch then.
You're Harrison.
Yeah, I dropped a couple of tunes,
Yeah.
but No one knew who I was. You know what I mean? So cool. So now at this point, say it's like a year later or something, I'm Aitch now, and I've got a couple songs knocking about in Manchester, like they know who I am, sort of thing. Anyway, I've gone to town, so I've got my hood up, and I've got this like little balaclava thing on, because I'm just like doing. It was like 10 o'clock at night in Manchester, and I was with people that I maybe shouldn't have been with and all that. It was a bit shady. I knew that I had problems with these people who are always in town because I've knocked him out. Do you know?
So this is
do you get what
this
I'm
is
saying?
real beef.
Yeah, at this point.
And they know who you are now.
Yeah, so basically, because after this, there was comments on my song saying, we took his jacket, we took his bag, and obviously they didn't.
And
so I'm like,
did you reply saying...
I'm all replying to the comments saying, I took your teeth.
So you got the balaclava on, you're going down.
So I'm walking down, and at the time, I'm walking down like this, and the guy who my friend is with has gone, have you got any cigs? And I had cigarettes on me at the time, right? So then my mate's gone, yeah, Aitch has got cigs, like this. So I'm like, oh, you've just said my name. Why have you said my name? But I couldn't start acting weird. So I've just pulled the cig out and give the guy a cig. And you can obviously see my eyes. And he said Aitch. And I'm like this, holding the cig box out for him to take. And he's gone. Like this, I'm thinking, fuck's sake. Like, Aitch, yeah? So I'm like, shit, pulled the mask down. What's happening? He's gone, say no more, and ran. Yeah?
How many of you are there at this point? How many?
There's probably like 6 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he's ran off. I promise you, I'm not lying, he's come back with about 25 people. And then this guy, who I've sparked out about 6 months ago last year, he's come round the corner looking like fucking Mr. T or something, yeah? Like a 5'6" Mr. T, like this. He's obviously just been in jail for a little minute or something like this. And he's coming, do you remember me, bro? Like that. I'm thinking, fuck me, I wish I fucking didn't remember you. Do you know what I mean? Anyway.
It's unbelievable.
So, at this time, more of my friends have come now as well. Yeah. So, we've said, we're not doing all this weird shit like causing a big chaos in town. Let's just go somewhere and we'll just get it cracking again, just me and you. Yeah. And there was.
Are you worried about weapons or anything like that?
Well, nah, because the people I was with, they was like my older guys. So me being like young and a bit like clueless to things, I'm thinking these lot have got me.
Yeah, we're fine.
They won't let anything. They wouldn't let anything happen to me.
Yeah.
And I kind of like, I trust them. So I wasn't bothered about weapons at the time, especially after the conversation of, we're going to go to this car park now and get it cracking. Cool. So we went, and I promise you, there's about 50 man walking down through town now. And I'm walking, it's all weird and that, because they're all just there next to me. I'm thinking, I'm just dying to just, you know what I mean? Whatever, we're walking. We've got to the top of the car park. Cool. I'm mad confident. I'm thinking, all my olders are there. I've already knocked you out. This is a piece of cake, innit? Cool. Took my jacket off, whatever. There's a big circle around us. Cool, we're about to get it cracking. I've stepped to him. He's just gone, give me about 4 licks to the face. I'm all over the place. I didn't know what to do. I've swung for him. He's ducked and he's picked me up like this. And I remember this so vividly, yeah. It was like slow-mo. As he's picked me up on top of this car park, yeah, I've like gone up in the air and I just seen the most beautiful skyline view of Manchester ever, yeah. It was like slow-mo, yeah. I've just been lifted up like this over everyone that's around us, and I was like, oh no, boom, ended up on my back. Anyway, I flipped it on its head. Whatever, I done what I had to do. I won, and that was that. And then after it, the funniest thing is, is that after it, we've seen all the police come.
Oh yeah.
So we've all legged it. Yeah, and as we're all, everyone's just scattering. We don't even know who anyone is. As I'm running down the road like this, I've looked to the left, and the guy that I just had a fight with, he's running next to me like this, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it's just the weirdest situation ever. Anyway, I fucking won a fight. There's it. Answer to the question.
Aitch, we got 8 quick fire questions. You ready for this?
Yeah, man.
Man, I freaking love this.
I feel like I've been waffling this interview as well.
Are you kidding me?
And you've just said quick fire, so I'll keep it, you know what I mean?
What's a saying or phrase that makes you smile or cheers you up?
Don't be afraid.
Best compliment anyone's ever given you? Truthfully.
It's massive. I'm joking, because you said truthfully.
I thought you were talking about music then.
No. Best compliment. I don't know. Do you know what? Quick one. The other day, someone messaged me saying that she's got 2 sons and one of them's got Downs and one of them's not. And he was all like, the one who's not, he was a bit embarrassed about his brother and didn't really And then because of the certain things I've done, now he doesn't even walk out the house without bringing his brother around all the boys and all that.
Respect.
So that was nice. So yeah, that was.
What scares you most about yourself?
What scares me most about myself is that I'm quite impulsive. And do you know what? I'll be honest with you, I don't like being told what to do.
That's your success there as well. That's
Yeah.
entrepreneurial. So I think it's a good thing sometimes. When was the last time you cried?
Kilimanjaro.
Really?
Cried my eyes out like a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, for time.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Something you can't let go of.
Manchester.
That's a good answer.
You like that one?
I fucking like that one. What's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure. Do you know what my guilty pleasure is? Honestly, yeah.
Go on.
I like getting pampered sometimes. I like getting a pot of eye masks, putting them in the fridge for hours, going upstairs, making all my bathroom neat with all my creams and all that and all my smelly stuff and all that. And then when I get home from the gym, do all that. That's my little guilty pleasure. I actually had eye mask on all the way here and took them out before I walked in.
What turns you off?
Bad attitude. And when people, when you wake up with someone and they wake up earlier than you and the whole fucking world has to fucking wake up. Do you know what I mean? The air dryer's on. All these fucking TikToks next to my head. Do you know what I mean? I hate that. Bad.
What turns you on?
Everything else. No, what turns me on? I like it when girls genuinely don't know how sexy they are. I like that. I don't like it when a girl walks in looking like she knows everyone would fuck her in here. That will make me definitely not fuck you. By the way, I'm making it all sexual. I'm so sorry. Yo, I'm actually genuinely But like, yeah, I don't like if someone walked in here now and I could tell she felt like she was the it girl, I wouldn't even look at her.
What do you like most about yourself?
I suppose same answer as before. Like I'm always myself, so I can sleep at night knowing that. Well, no one can tell me I'm not being myself. You know what I mean?
Aitch, your final one, favourite swear word? You can go big.
Can we go big?
You go big.
No.
Go on. Go for it. Whatever it is.
Well, I've just thought of one now, which I never say, but it might slightly be my favourite.
What is it?
Bell end.
That's a good one.
It's a good one, that one, isn't it? There's a couple, bro. Twat's a good one.
I've got one more for you as well, just for me. Your favourite lyric you've ever written?
Wow. Oh, bro, you've smoked me there. I think, all right, what I'm going to say is, I've got a song called Close to Home.
Yeah.
That song, word for word, I should have it tattooed on my chest. That's the song.
That's the song.
Close to Home. But as of recent, I wrote a lyric which is on 4, and I say, people only want to come around when it's funded, so I only give a fuck about who lives at mum's crib. Which is just quite simple, but it's like, yeah.
That's good.
When no one's getting paid, no one's about. But I don't pay my family, and they're about, so fuck you lot. I only care about them lot.
Fuck Aitch, that was unreal. Let's
Yeah,
go,
man.
baby. Thank you so much.